YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage back on Total War Rome 2. This is going to be another online battle, and again against a viewer. I had a lot of fun playing this one. I guess this viewer is actually from Argentina, he told me. And this one is going to be a Boii versus Rome, and I really think you'll enjoy this one too. It's going to be another very fun fight. So this is the Battle of Migdol. Migdol is actually one of my favorite maps. Don't really know why, just like it. Doesn't have a lot of terrain per se, but it's got some forest and stuff on it to make things a little more interesting, some kind of light woods. So Roman player bringing, I'll show you his army first because I'm always showing mine first. That's kind of selfish of me, I guess. So the Roman army, he's got a main line of 5 legionary cohorts, maybe 6 actually, I think there's another one hidden in those woods, 2 eagle cohorts, 3 Syrian archers, 2 auxiliary cav, a praetorian cav, and a Saki equite. So yeah, he's got a pretty potent army here. Yeah, so it's going to look like, I think it's going to be 6 legionary cohorts and 2 eagle cohorts, 8 infantry in total with Rome. Not a bad gambit. Rome's infantry is quite good. The Boii don't have particularly good skirmishers, and his infantry will match up very well against my own. These Oathsworn are a different story, and these guys are good, quite capable against Roman infantry, but also quite expensive. I've got 2 noble horse, 2 heavy horse. Heavy horse are going to be a great value for me because they're only 700 talents and quite capable against a Roman horseman. Noble horse is going to be a very brutal challenge, stronger than Praetorian cav head-on, in my opinion. And the Draco ability from the Romans will do no good in this particular fight against my horsemen because none of them have a bonus versus cavalry. They all have a bonus versus infantry. Alright, so indeed, 6 legionary cohorts, 2 eagle cohorts. So his morale is going to be well supported. Plus he's got his general here. My opponent did get hasty with the Saki equite over here, and I destroyed it with a heavy horse and a spearman. But I accidentally let my men follow it and kind of stray ever closer to these legionary cohorts here, which is bad because withdrawing from infantry with cavalry now causes you more losses than it did previously. And his Romans get a charge here, throw some javelins. It's really not a good deal for me, so I have to pull out, and I barely lost any horse, but now I end up losing quite a few horsemen, and he's getting lots of nice bow shots while I retreat with these spear warriors. He just killed about 10 of them, so impressive. I go ahead and take an infantry engagement with my axe warriors against his legionary cohorts, thinking, I'll get quite a few kills since I have the armor piercing damage, but the one thing that you can do that you shouldn't do, I should say, as a barbarian faction is underestimate Roman infantry with your non-formation attack infantry. And here I kind of blobbed my Oathsworn onto the back of this fight. They didn't get a particularly good charge. My opponent's fighting my axe warriors in the center. He's going to do very well in most of these fights. Anywhere where my Oathsworn are not, he's going to be doing quite well. So look at this, my center, I threw a Levy Freeman in to absorb their charge, but I can see this axe warrior is not going to last forever, so I have an Oathsworn ready to back it up. And I went into killing, or headhunt with this Oathsworn. Bad idea because it was actually behind one of my axe warriors, so I wasted headhunt. Very stupid on my part. My skirmishers are in a little bit of trouble here. I'm going to try and pull them back here and keep skirmishing. The cavalry fight, I did not get the best charge, but I quickly supported with spears and all my cavalry, so my noble horse is actually mopping up the Roman cav quite nicely. And but on this flank I have trouble. My opponent's already busted one unit around me. I'm going to use my skirmishers to distract them. I just want to pull them away and try and keep his infantry away from this fight that I'm actually losing. He recognizes it, charges back into the fight, and this is going to be bad because this Oathsworn now here is quite outmatched. This Oathsworn I did get around to the flank and then popped headhunt at the right moment. So now my guys will actually start tanking it up all over these Romans, so you can see their kills starting to climb, and that's even without a charge. So that'll be good, but his eagle cohort and legionnaires just cleanly chopped through my axe warriors. I have very little infantry left. My opponent has a lot of infantry left. My skirmishers only have a limited amount of ammunition left. And I'm not getting the best shots on this eagle cohort right now. His Syrian archers are back here just absolutely hammering the back of my spear warriors with arrows. So quite bad for me at the moment. And this cav fight is taking forever to wrap up. Now here I get a critical rear charge with this noble horse into this unit here is a legionary cohort and an eagle cohort, and my noble horse just starts racking up kills there. It didn't even get that many in the cav fight, and it's already gotten 40 kills on Roman infantry. Really helps out this axe warrior to kind of hang in this fight and be more effective. you can see me putting some serious hurt on these two units, and this was critical right here, because that fight was going very poorly for me. The bad thing is I really can't pull my general out of this fight. He'll probably take a lot of unnecessary losses, so I kind of have to leave him in and hope that he can wrap this up. My opponent gives a new attack order towards these other Oathsworn. Not really sure why. I'm able to intercept them with my Spear Warriors and then keep following him with this Oathsworn. So I actually kind of like that he did that. And then this Eagle cohort is still pulled away from the fight. He's going to start pulling it back in at this point. But I'm actually starting to level some of his infantry, but I've just got dangerously few infantry left. Check out this nice move by my opponent. Pulls his general through this little crevice in the fight. Tries to get to the back of my men, but and he gets a decent little charge here on my Oathsworn, but not really where you want your general to be up against Oathsworn. But it does pin them while his Legionnaires charge me from behind. So this Oathsworn's now finally got a bunch of kills. This one's over 100 kills now. These units have very tanky melee defense, and that's what hurts the Romans in the end. The Romans have a little better attack, but their melee defense is lower, and so these really high melee defense sword units can hold for a long time late into the fight. My general did die, but killed a great number of Roman infantry as he went down. 82 Roman infantry basically that got killed there. And this allows me to bring in yet another rear charge, frenzied charge. So I'm going to slam into that Eagle cohort and kill another good number of them with this other Noble Cav. And then my Oathsworn are finally tanking out these Legionary cohorts. This is a very close fight, folks. Look at this fight. I've had to chase off a bunch of his archers with this heavy horse. This unit he didn't realize had come back, but I'm going to now be able to bring this heavy horse to bear against these auxiliary Syrian archers who are up to 150 kills before they ran out of ammo. And then check it out, the Oathsworn and the Romans killing each other, an Eagle cohort. Oathsworn both wavering against each other, both rout at the same time. And then my last Oathsworn here, saving the day really, tanking it out against this Legionary cohort. Able to get it. And then his Syrian archers here, he's going to throw in melee. This other one, I don't know. I think he just now realized it needed to be here. Yeah, I'm going to plow over these Syrian archers. Extremely close fight. So with the barbarian factions, you can see here that me having brought a couple of my two expensive Oathsworn units did more than all 5 of my Axe Warriors put together by a long shot. In fact, probably one of my Oathsworn units did more than my Axe Warriors. Now, does that mean you should just go with elite infantry with the barbarians? In general, I would say not, just because it makes them such a prime target for enemy skirmish fire. So I would say that you could probably bring a little less standard infantry and just kind of use them as a charge shield or bait or flanking units, and focus your important units like your Oathsworn in the center. Do make sure to pop that HUD hunt in the right place. I did it too early with one of my Oathsworn, and I was extremely lucky that they didn't end up getting killed. Getting that head hunt in at the right moment will maximize their effectiveness. And I say the right moment, just make sure that they're in a spot where all of their men are engaged against a high priority target, and then pop that head hunt. Don't do the frenzy until you think the fight's about to be over, because frenzy makes them really tired. If they're already exhausted, that's fine. You can go ahead and pop frenzy. But I would not use it on the charge, because it's going to exhaust your men early. And although Oathsworn have a very nice defense bonus, it's not a good thing to get them exhausted, because it has penalties on their melee defense. And you can see that melee defense in the end was what saved these guys. So 191 kills, 172 kills. Best Axe Warrior unit at 68, which doesn't really pay for itself, because these Roman Legionnaires are only 700 talents, and these guys were like 450 for the Axe Warriors. So not quite enough to pay for itself on any of them. You can see that his infantry tanking out a lot of kills. In the end, it just wasn't enough, because some of my horsemen got into the fight. These heavy horsemen got mostly skirmishers, but did a great job. Good job on these heavy horse. And then my 2 noble horse, quite a few of these kills from both of them are infant. Well, I know this one, all 83 of those basically are infantrymen. So very good job by the noble horse. It's a very tanky unit. If you're going to fight against it, you need to encircle it and then get some spears in there so that it can't retreat. And you have to get the spears in there to finish it off. They have a lot of melee defense for a horseman, and they're a dangerous unit. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed these battles. I know this one, just like the last 2, were very close. Great opponents. Thank you to my opponents for watching the videos. Glad they enjoy them, and thank you for the great battles. Hope you all enjoyed it as well. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.